Hello and welcome to a new Crusader Kings III series. We are Norsemen. Our goals are to take what we want from the world. We're gonna conquer, we're gonna pillage, we're gonna become great warriors who have no equal. Well, there's a small problem with that. Actually, our current guy is not that good. He's only got 5 martial, and even on top of that, he doesn't even have troops behind him. If we have a look here, everybody here is better than him. He is effectively the laughing stock of the realm right now. So we're going to have to put a stop to that. We're going to have to get things better for him. So, how are we going to do that? Well, first things first, we need more troops. I've already done some of the setup with concubines and our council, so we don't need to do that this time. Essentially, what we want to do is we want to get troops and go and conquer. There is one thing we need to do before we get started. We do have an heir. Our heir is not really good at fighting, but we can designate a new guardian for him, and we happen, if I go down into this thing, to be good at teaching children. So, I think what we're going to do is we're going to teach our son ourselves, and we're going to try and make him better than ourselves. We're going to try and make him a proper warrior. Now, the problem with that is he's actually not very good at martial, so he's going to have to be a warrior in terms of diplomacy, which doesn't really make a lot of sense, but, you know, just bear with me for a little bit. So we're going to educate him, and we're going to do it ourselves, and that will make that bit done. We do have a daughter, but there's not really anything we need to do with her here. So, next step. We need to get some troops. We already have a few men-at-arms, and they cost prestige instead of costing money. So we could actually get quite a few more if we wanted to. How many do... So we get 100 for each of these. So they're 18, 20, 22 in terms of the screen, and then 0 in terms of pursuit. Okay. What else could we get? Now, actually, how much does that cost per one to increase? 122. Okay. So, we could get some Varangian veterans, which would cost most of our current prestige that we built up. They're 4730, so they are very, very good. However, they do cost a lot, and we might prefer pure numbers. 122 is the Vigmen that we already have. Okay. So, if we have a look at the numbers, they're less than half as good as these guys. We don't want horsemen because we are up in the north and there's a new winter mechanic. This is the first time I'm playing the DLC properly, but apparently the winter mechanic basically makes horses a lot less effective in the snow, which makes a lot of sense. We could also get some light footmen if we just wanted some basic troops. The thing is, they cost 90 and these Vigmen cost 122 and get a bonus in winter. And they're just generally better apart from pursuit. So I think that I'd much prefer the Vigmen if I was to go down that path. What else have we got? We got Bowmen. Bowmen have a lot more damage potentially on them, which could be good. They also don't cost that much. How about Bondi? They're 100 and they appear to be specialized. So 14, 18, and then they have some pursuit. So maybe that could work. Maybe I get a couple of them, a couple more Vigmen. Yeah. Huskarls. They counter spearmen and archers. I should look at the counters. So this counters like cavalry and archers. We're not going to run into much cavalry up here. So skirmishers. I don't even see where skirmishers are, but that's okay. I guess we can't get any. And then armored footmen. They're just generally okay. You know what? I think I've changed my mind. I'm just going to go pure Vigmen. I think that's our way to go. So, warriors in the front present an impenetrable wall of shields to protect archers in the rear. This tactic deters skirmishers while allowing a steady advance. Sure. I didn't really mean to hire another group, but you know what? Let's do that. I don't know if there's much benefit to it either way, but we've hired them. Right. So, we'll let time move on. Unlocked an achievement until death do us part. What, for being married? Seems like a pretty easy one to do, given that we started the game married. Just going to speed it up and wait for our troops to kind of come in. We have an extra 300 coming in here. Let's go to full speed and just let things roll for a second or two. There we go. We're at 700, 740, 770, 800. Are we maxed out here? I got an unpressed claim because of a blunder. We actually don't need claims, but that's interesting. We're actually going to be maxed out on troops next month. There we go. We should be maxed out now. Perfect. So we now have 825 troops, which is pretty good. It's much more than our neighbor, Chieftain Iriker. So we're going to completely destroy him. Let's attack him. I am just going to declare a war. we can subjugate him. We could use our claims. Is he the guy I just got the claim for? I think it is. Okay, but that would cost us 100 prestige, which we currently don't have. Conquer County only cost us 50 piety. Much better, and it's because it's only a single county. It's the one that we're after. What's this? This gold value. Not sure. It's new, but I don't really need to worry about it. I think. Oh, that's how much gold we have in our coffers. Yes. Okay, that's fine. Don't need to worry about that. Right, declare war. We're both poor as anybody's business. Right. Let's raise our troops, go to speed 4, and go to war. So we've raised our troops, point them at their capital, and then basically just let them go. They haven't raised any troops yet. I'm kind of confused about that. Oh, they were off raiding somewhere. I see. We might want to stop here then. Is there a different route we can take round? I don't really want to take the river crossing. So I could go through here. Yeah, that'll work. Let's go. Although we are getting a bonus because they're recently disembarked, which we're going to lose once we take this route round, but that's okay. Our concubine is pregnant. Fantastic news. We just lost the bonus for them being disembarked. This is not ideal. Rogenvalder has been asking me for a stick horse for a long time, and I told him I would get him one in 3 months if he displayed more focus in his studies. Ever since I made the promise, he's been redoubling the effort of his studies. So I would say, I would never deceive you. He must focus on the boons he already possesses, or I should teach him a more flexible way of thinking. Yeah, sure, you can be trusting. That's fine. No real issue there. So we are attacking in. Is this our best commander for the situation? No, we're a better commander. Except that we're not, because they have more commander army traits. What does ours give? Advantage in plains, farmlands, and steppes. Okay. So, is this plains, farmlands, or steppes? This is somewhere in here. Not finding. Ah, there we go. Yes, it's taiga, so that would actually give me no bonus, so that's fine. So having ourselves lead is good, and leading our own troops is a bonus. Can we see who theirs is? Their commander is the chieftain himself. Fantastic. Okay. And he has the Holy Warrior trait, which is going to give him 0 bonuses. I think we're fine. I think we're better at leading it ourselves. Yeah. Let's attack in here. And I'm not feeling positive, but we do have the initial advantage. Yeah, let's let it roll. Yeah, it looks like we're winning. Yeah, this is no issue. No issue. Why was I even slightly worried? We destroyed them. Yes, as it should be. Let's have a look at this siege. It's got 8 months left on it. Let's go to max speed and let that go. So they can't really do anything to fight us. They're coming in to attack us here, but I think we're going to win. Yeah, because we have the same troops we had last time, so there's no reason why we shouldn't win, given that we won the previous battle. Hey, we have a new daughter. We're going to give her one of these names. We're going to call her Uvhilda. Sure, why not? You're attacking me again. This seems incredibly foolish, if I'm honest with you. And now we have won the siege. We have captured his heir, and we are enforcing our demands. Greetings, chieftain Heljarskin of Rogaland. May you live in harmony and contentment. You are a much greater foe than I imagined. In order to put an end to this bloodshed, I will comply with your demands. Fantastic. Right. We have expanded somewhat. So now we are a little low on our troops right this second, but they will eventually go up. We're going to end well, about 870, something like that. So it's not too bad. Do we have anybody in our prison? We do. We have one person in our prison. Fantastic. I think it's time to... I was going to hold a block. Can I not hold a block? I don't have enough prestige. Ah, okay. I was going to hold a block so we can sacrifice someone. We could raise a runestone, I suppose. What does it do? It's customary among the Norse to erect carved monuments to commemorate important events. The death of a loved one, the settling of a dispute, the acquisition of land, and so on. Perhaps I could benefit from such a rock. So I gain piety and prestige, which is really good. All modifiers are stronger when erected in cultures that use runestones. One of your counties will receive the following modifiers: Ancient Runestone, Conquest Runestone, or Clout Runestone. Okay, well that sounds good, yeah. And it only cost me 50 gold? Yeah, let's carve one. Rocks through the ages. Subject: Every runestone tells a message of some significant event in the life of the commissioner. From the smallest peasant to a chieftain like myself, the stone records all. So I could make it record my vanquished foe. Or, you want me to pay how much for a giant painted boulder? No, it will speak of my vanquished foe. Now that I have decided what to put on my runestone, the question remains, where to place it? Memorials to victories such as my triumph over Urrikur are a constant reminder of a war's glorious end. They're best placed in areas that require encouragement to cooperate. Of course, 1 or 2 spots do spring to mind. So I can put it in our capital, which would give us the Conquest runestone there. Or we can put it in his capital. Well, let's have a look. So our control level is 100, so it makes sense to put it in his, because then we can actually get some value out of it. Yeah, because currently we're not getting a lot of taxes, and we're not getting a lot of levies, and it's reduced by 50%, so we could get a lot more levies from that one. So, I'm going to place it in his land. Makes a lot of sense, really. Next up, do we actually control it directly? We do, fantastic. Now, there is a problem with controlling it directly, our succession law. Our succession law currently, if we have a look, is Confederate Partition, which right now, there's absolutely no issue, and we are locked into this type because we're tribal. But there's absolutely no issue because we have one heir. If we have another heir, this land gets split in 2. One person gets one bit, one person gets the other. So, what do we need to do to stop that happening? Well, we'd need to become a duchy level title, which I think is High Chieftain. I might be wrong. So, if we have a look at this duchy here, we would need to have 2 out of 2 de jure counties, which we do, and we'd need to have 125 gold, which we don't, but we can get that. So if we got 125 gold, we can get up to a duchy level title, and then we will no longer lose anything if we happen to have another son. Sounds good to me. Right, we'll close these down for just now. We have 2 unread messages. We can create the duchy. No, we can't. I only have 4 gold. And we have low county control. I'm dealing with that too. Now that we have the prestige, I can hold a grand blot, which basically means that we can have a festival where we sacrifice some people to the gods. Let's go. The Grand Blot. Although smaller blots are held for many occasions through the year, once a decade, the Asaturans of Rogaland come together for a grand celebration and, most importantly, a grand sacrifice. Though plentiful blood is shed for the gods, the meat of the offering goes to the faithful. Such a rich feast usually makes for an incredible party. Of course, such an affair is expensive, and certainly not all Asaturans need to be invited. So I can invite just the people of Rogaland and the court, all the freemen of my domain, or, you know what, it's too expensive. I'm going to invite just the people of Rogaland and the court. Sure. See how this goes. What have we got here? I'm in debt. Yeah, I know I'm in debt. I'm very aware. Hey, our spouse just gave us 300 martial lifestyle experience and then some learning. And there's the blot. A blot can be both a grand and small affair. By tradition, they also include both human and animal sacrifice. Several prisoners will be offered to the gods, perhaps even including a special choice of my own, their lives given in tribute to the gods. Though the beliefs of the Asatru demand this, it is not actually a strict requirement, and the ceremony can proceed with purely animal sacrifices if I wish to avoid controversy. Tradition matters. The gods shall taste human blood. Okay, so opinion and popular opinion will be gained. On par with magnificent animal sacrifices, subjects that do not endorse human sacrifice will lose ample opinion and popular opinion. Who cares about them? They're boring. 100 piety will be gained at the blot, and optionally you may designate a chief sacrifice from among your prisoners. Okay. So I'm just checking. I don't know whether I have to do this outside here, but let's click this. So do I have to do it like this to say like your chief yes, okay, designate sacrifice. Gain soon to be sacrificed. Perfect. I will designate you. Right. Carrying on. Unpause. I have another daughter. We're gonna call her Skuld. Sure. Sounds good to me. We got our first martial perk. Wonderful. Bellum Justum is an amazing perk because it basically halves the cost when we go to war. And it's a really good single point. Control growth is really nice because we just conquered some land. And extra prowess reduces the risk of commanding armies, and we may challenge rivals to single combat, inflicting stress if we win. Yeah, inflicting stress to them if we win. So that seems good. Like, all three of these are honestly fantastic traits to have. I'm going to take Serve the Crown first. Natural Dread is quite useful for some random opinion things that we might want to do. And the Control Growth is useful because we're taking a little bit of land right now. Cool. So if I have a look here, what's this control at right now? It's at 3, but with that extra control growth, it's going up by 1 monthly, which is going to be pretty good. Right. The Grand Blot. Though the gathering is small, the atmosphere at the Blot is enthusiastic, with happy Asaturans jostling and jeering as Grither is dragged up to the altar, the first of several prisoners and more beasts. She thrashes ferociously as the Goth... I believe that this is kind of pronounced with a TH sound, so that'd be Gothar? Something like that. Anyway, throttle her life away. The light in her eyes lasting till the first animal is slaughtered. Human corpses to the hanging tree, animals to the cooking fires. All gore is collected in a bowl, and the Gothar use it to paint the walls of the temple inside and out. Truly, a spectacle worthy of the gods. To Odin, to Freya, to Northier. Okay. Yeah, so that gives us... Ooh, I like the lightning sounds. So that gives us piety, we gain opinion. With... oh, she just happens to also be named Freya. Okay, that makes some sense. Every character gets opinion. We get went to Grand Sacrifice. Or I can rub shoulders with the common muck. So, I went to the people's Grand Sacrifice, so the people like me more. So I can either have it that I went to Grand Sacrifice and people... Wait, so... Why would I go for the top one over the bottom one? These seem to be... Oh, because I would gain the opinion with the with her specifically. Oh, okay. Sure, I'll gain opinion with her for just now. We don't have that many counties. And is the Blot over? I don't know if the Blot's over. Hey, I've gained a level of devotion for her faith. Oh, also, is that runestone done? I was expecting more events to go with it, but I should double check that. Oh, the runestone's just done. Oh, okay. That's a quick event. Alright then. Well, we finished the Blot. The runestone's done, and we're out of money. What's the next step? Well, this guy doesn't have a lot of troops currently. I'm going to go raid his lands. Let's do it. Let's raise all of our troops right here as local raiders. And we're going to go over here and we're going to beat him up. Yeah. Oh, wait, I'm assuming that he hasn't already been raided. I don't see any sign that he's been raided already. Cool. Let's go. I'm also assuming I can raid him. Seems that I should be able to. Rogenvalder seemed to enjoy our latest feast immensely. He got along quite well with everyone he spoke to, even the adult guests. It never hurts to make friends. I mean, I like that. Yeah, it never hurts to make friends. Seems fine to me. We might... Hey, we are able to raid this land. Fantastic. Well, we got 30 days left on our raid. They're coming over here to fight us, but we have more troops than they do. This is fine, though. I got it. Let's get out of here. Get out of here. Run away. Wait. Yeah, run away. We are so gonna lose. Wait, why is this guy leading and not us? Well, that's no good. We run away with his money? No. Well, you know, that's fine. It calls for Hjolmgeir to be declared Nithing. What? A parade of important locals from Yathar have spent the day trooping through my hall, each with a unique grievance against my steward, Hjolmgeir. Some complain about his behavior, others his honor, but all agree on one thing. He is a disgrace to the court. The unwashed masses call for nothing less than a declaration of Nithing, casting him out. So I can banish him from the realm. Is he any good at his job, by the way? No, not really. Okay, fair enough. So we can banish him from the realm. He aims Nithing for 20 years, in which everybody hates him. He's considered dead even below a thrall. I get exiled local nithing, which means that we get extra taxes in popular opinion, and then I lose stress because I'm vengeful. And it says he is blameless. You get harbored local nithing and gain stress, or this isn't a matter for the chieftain. We get class tensions. I'm going to banish him. Be banished. Right, we need a new steward. That's going to be... You know, we don't really have anybody here. Is there a way that we can perhaps get... I might have to invite some champions so that we can actually have anybody here. Okay, wait, do we have any guests currently? Usually, no, we have no guests. Okay, I'm going to invite some champions, which might help us in other ways as well. Cool. We're retreating to the sea. Do we still have our, yeah, do we still have our raid? Okay, we lost all of our loot. Well, that's not good. That was a very bad first raid for us. But you know what? That's fine. I'll disband our army, and we'll be ready for the next one in no time. A new person has arrived at my court, Hjalmar. Do we need to recruit him? I need to have 3 gold to recruit him. That's a real problem. I don't have 3 gold. Well, we're just going to have to live without a steward for a while. Okay, let's go speed 5. Let it roll on. Just a little bit. Right. If I was to raise some troops, it might be someone I could just randomly grab some land off of. Hey, here's Aki, a new son. We're going to call him Tolier. Can I attack these guys? Are you weaker? I mean, it says you're weaker, but it also said these guys were weaker. Although, yeah, they do have a few... They are different levels of power. This is just a normal chieftain. So we might be able to just walk in there and beat him up. I don't know. We don't quite have enough troops currently. Let's wait a little bit for our troops to reinforce. Whoa, he just left. He just left on a raid. He just left all of his land right there. What does he think he's doing? Just... Oh, well, this is going to be easy. We have a daughter who needs some kind of education. We're going to get Sif to educate her. Right, let's raise our army up here. So we're going to move the rally point to the north. We're going to raise our... Oh, wait, that's the wrong one. Disband. We're going to raise local raiders. Cool. And then we're going to move up there. This would be the point where if I was playing Civ, they'd be like, we notice you have a lot of troops on our border. Is there something you want to tell us? And I'd say, no, nothing. Wait, I'm being raided? Wait, who's raiding me? You're raiding me. That's completely unacceptable. I was about to raid you. Alright, I'm going to raid him then. Yeah, see how you like it. Yeah, I've now raided you. How did you like it? I'm going to walk over here and beat him up. Let's make sure we have a leader. Leader's going to be us. Why would we lose? I would get defending. He'd get better commander. More quality. Let's have a look here. Is he actually better? Who is your commander? Commander is this guy. He's pretty good. Don't get me wrong. He's pretty good. He also gets an enemy defensive advantage minus 50%, which is pretty bad on our side. I'm still going to attack him because it's the principle of the matter. We did lose. You know, I told you at the start of this, we're not very good at fighting. But it was the principle of the matter. We now have money. I'm going to disband my army. I'm very annoyed that he decided to attack us. Do I have enough to recruit this guy? I need 3 gold. I need 3 gold. Let's wait. 1, 2, 3. I have enough. I am recruiting this guy to my court. We now have a new steward who is actually good at his job. And he is also a good knight. Or champion, I suppose. Wait, is he? No, he's not. He's not a good champion. Oh, okay. Well, I thought he was a good champion. And that he could be part of our army as well. But maybe he can't be part of our army if he's a steward. That might be it. Potentially. No, he's still here. Oh, it just hasn't calculated. There we go. Now we're at 3. Yeah, so now he's a good part of our army. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And with that, I think it's a good point to end our first episode. Thank you for watching. Now, I only say this at the start of a series, so this will be the only time you hear it. If you would like, subscribe, comment, all of that sort of stuff, it really helps the channel, it helps the series grow, and it generally gets more eyes on the video and helps with the great algorithm god in the sky. So, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.